What's happening, everybody? And the time is here. It is the reveal of Geno's top 10 keys scored during lockdown 2020. Yes, it is here. And as you saw in my, my top 10 goals for 2021 video, I had a couple in hand. I was going to tease them, but I had strong willpower to hold off. I couldn't show those keys yet. I was like, you know what? I got to save it for this video because I was already planning to dedicate the video. I went through all the books, well, most of the books that I scored during 2020. Again, if you're new to the channel, early last year, was off and working, basically doing stuff from home while we were kind of shut down, and I hit eBay hard, like stupid hard, and I scored a ton of books. I hit the Bronze Age heavy in over a course of several months, and I kind of pulled back because kind of got busy, and then kind of went back to it through like the later part of the year. And yeah, so I picked up a ton of books, not all just like major big keys, whatever, but just a lot of dope books, some run fillers, some cool stories, and just a bunch of dope comic stuff. So here we are. I had to narrow down my list, which was not, I knew like roughly the top 3 or 4 books, what those were gonna be. And then I was like, man, I'd go through and narrow down some other books, and it kind of got hard. I ended up with a run. I did pull in a runner up because I had to mention this one because it's a cool book. But, and also the other thing was at a certain point, a lot of the stuff got integrated. Like I had a lot of stuff separated from stuff that I picked up early in the year, and then some of the later stuff got integrated. So it was all just kind of a mess. So I'm like, all right, it's a good thing I didn't pull all those books together, because I would have had no idea what the hell I picked up in 2020 versus some of the stuff that I picked up this year so far, because it would have all just got put together, and I had to do more digging and research than I would have wanted to do. So we got all that. So yes, tons of dope stuff here, and there are some first appearances. I did cheat a little bit with some of the first appearances. Their first full appearances for a couple characters versus the cameos. I went for the first full ones just because those had cooler covers, and those are the more sought after books. So I think, you know what, those got the edge. And a couple of these books were cool because they just kind of fell into my lap at great prices at the time. So yeah, or at least what I believe to be great prices. So yeah, let's jump right into, no further ado. First runner up, so number 11, just missed the cut. Amazing Spider-Man, Maury Bench. Here is Spidey faces the wet threat of Hydra Man, number 212. Just because Hydra Man's always been kind of cool. He was in the Amazing Spider-Man animated series, and he kind of, I don't remember last time he even like had I don't know if he's ever been major, but he's always just been kind of cool dude. And I think he, well, besides his cool cover, I think he just one of those dudes that kind of stuck with people just because, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so Amazing Spider-Man 212, Hydra Man. Then we get into number 10. We're going to an unexpected place. Incredible Hulk, number 172. Why is this on my top 10 list? Because this was the first appearance between these two juggernauts. Hulk, or little juggernauts, two powerhouses, I should say. Hulk versus Juggernauts. This was their first appearance, or their first matchup, their first side by side with the deadly invincible Juggernauts. They're smashing out and nothing can stop them. You are damn right. So I had to include this one, plus Juggernaut's not wearing any pants, as he's usually depicted with the red thighs. So he's kind of got bare thighs out there. But yeah, Juggernaut and Hulk side by side here, and this was just one. I don't have much Incredible Hulk in my collection, but there are just a couple issues like this one, and then 160, was it 160? Yeah, with the Constrictor, who I am a big fan of. I think it was 160, I might be wrong. But yeah, so Juggernaut, Hulk, first, they're kind of side by side in this one, but just first meeting between those two powerhouses, Marvel powerhouses there. But we're not done with the Hulk. Oh no, we are not. Number 9. Avengers No Surrender, 684. Yes, this one was one of those ones, like, obviously because I want Avengers, but just because this one was so hot with popularity of Immortal Hulk. So this is his first appearance of the Immortal Hulk, and also the lead into that popular series, which again is, plus it's just dope, covered by Mark Brooks, who you can't get enough of Mark Brooks, seriously. Dude is absolutely fantastic, and yes, it's just a fantastic cover. And yeah, so I was happy. This one really kind of fell into, this is one of the books, the 2 books on here that I say just kind of fell into my lap. I was like, oh man, I'll go for it. Like, let's see what happens. And one, I was like, what? No way. I've so been after it. And I do have the, what is it? It's not the True, I don't know if it's True Believers, but there is was it True Believers? There's a reprint I have of this as well. So it's just kind of cool to have both of those. And now we're going to pivot over to DC. Number 8, Showcase presents number 97, featuring my girl, Power Girl, Karen Star. Here she is. This is Power Girl's first solo arc. So Showcase presents 97, 98, and 99, all 3 of which I scored last year, so I was happy for that. And Power Girl and Supergirl, who you will see later on this list, of course. If there's top 10 list, the comic Supergirl is bound to be on there, as well as the next couple books. But Power Girl, Supergirl are 2 of my favorite characters of DC, and it's kind of fitting because they're basically the same person, but different Earths. So yes, bursting out of DC All-Star Comics, exploding into her own action-packed series. That's right, PG. Yes, I was happy to secure all 3 of those issues. Number 7, here we are. Top 10 list comics, obviously gonna Supergirl, and you damn sure are gonna see some X-Men. And this one was a fun one to include on here, but it would probably be unexpected for some people. This issue, everybody dies. Uncanny X-Men 142. Now some of you are thinking, yes, it has an iconic cover, which I'll touch back on in a second. But, Gino, what's so important about this issue? This issue is on this list because it is one of 2 issues in the X-Men series, Uncanny X-Men run, as well as in the rare minority of issues that Terry Austin not only did the inks for, but he also did the pencils on. And the other X-Men issue was Uncanny X-Men 123, which actually, do I have that one? I can't remember. But yes, Terry Austin. So like those 2 issues, 123, 145, or 123 and 142. I don't know what other Marvel issues he did off the top of my head. I remember some of them, but it's been so long since I looked at I know it's a short list though. But just Terry Austin, just fantastic creator and well beloved. So like those 2 issues are just so rare that he did the inks as well as the pencils on them. So yeah, shout out to him. So here we are. Number 6, we're going to some Avengers action. We need some bad guys in here. Show some villain love. Anything the Avengers can do, I can do better. He's looking for men who like to kill. Introducing the treacherous Taskmaster. Avengers 196. This is one of those first appearance issues. This is his first full appearance. He did a cameo in 195, but here's his first full appearance. It's a fantastic cover here. Yes, Taskmaster. I mean, he's just dope. He's really just a dope villain, and he's been used in several stories. He's had his own miniseries, has one right now, and I think he actually just wrapped it. And he's supposed to be in the Black Widow movie, whenever the hell that's supposed to drop. But yeah, Taskmaster, he's just cool design as well. I have a couple of his action figures, and like anytime I just see Taskmaster, I'm in. Like, sign me up. I want to see him because he's dope. Now we get into the top 5, getting down here, going back to X-Men because we had Days of Future Past Part 2, and here is X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 141, Days of Future Past Part 1. Both of these, some iconic covers, 2 books I've been after for years. I was actually about to score a couple years ago before X-Men Days of Future Past dropped, but as it was already kind of out into the world and it was like its release was already coming, and I started seeing, that was back in my big convention days, good times, but dealers having both of the issues, just like prices were jacked up incredibly. I'm like, you know what, I'm not paying that, I'm good, I'll wait. And I had patience, and I scored both of the issues last year. I actually have 2 of 142. This one is the better copy here. But yes, so Uncanny X-Men 141, both iconic covers. This one has lots of dope stuff to offer. First appearance of Rachel Summers, who we all love and adore. And it's also not the first appearance of Mystique, but first time that Mystique's incarnation of this new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is formed. And it's also the first appearance of Pyro, Avalanche, and Destiny. And funny because Pyro died at one point due to the legacy virus years ago. I remember that one hit because I always liked Pyro. And Avalanche was, I think it was Uncanny Avengers after all their Red Skull nonsense. And what was the name he was kind of going by after he had Xavier's brain? I don't remember what it was, but he was like running a bar. I think he was running a bar on some what's the dude from Simpsons, Mo or something. He was on that, but then he killed himself. He like jumped down in like a hole and he died, killed himself. And Destiny, I don't know, she was always just cool. So yeah, Uncanny X-Men 141, Days of Future Past. This was just cool. Again, both of those iconic covers there. And number 4, another full appearance. And now, Apocalypse. X-Factor number 6. Apocalypse, original X-Men team there. X-Factor, yes. Just in Savannah. You just gotta love Apocalypse, seriously. X-Men animated series, all different comics. If you want another cool Apocalypse story, go read Blood of Apocalypse. I think it's Blood of Apocalypse. It's in the adjectiveless X-Men series that was X-Men from the 90s. So from 91, that series there, it's like X-Men, then New X-Men, then it went back to X-Men. And it's in there like maybe in the 160s, 180s, or something like that. But there's like a Blood Apocalypse story. That's when Sunfire goes back to his Age of Apocalypse costume. He loses legs and he becomes a horseman. So yeah, but that was just another cool Apocalypse story there. So yeah, X-Factor number 6. Going back to DC, my girl Kara Zor-El. Here she is. Supergirl battles a laughing killer forever beyond the reach of justice in the trail of the madman and that bewitching magician Zatanna. Supergirl number 1, 20-cent action. This is Supergirl's her first solo title here. Had to include this on the list because that's my girl, Supergirl. You know I love her. She's been around for any amount of time. Y'all know I love some Supergirl action. So yes, there it is, Supergirl DC. Top 2. Here it is. Now these ones were pretty much solidified, especially this number 1. But yes, especially this one because this is actually a book I kind of bumped up my efforts within the last, let's see, so I guess it's 2020. So yeah, probably 2018, 2019, I really kind of bumped up my efforts. And looking at them when I was at C2E2 with my guy, I was like hitting the dealer floor and I was looking around inspecting copies. I saw a bunch of newsstands, saw some other copies, direct editions, some with the tattoo, some without the tattoos. I kind of gave it away there. But in the Shadow of Evil's Past, bonus feature. Oh, that's free Lakeside Skin Tattoos. But here he is. First appearance of Hobgoblin, Amazing Spider-Man 238. Yes, I was so happy to get this, so y'all don't even understand. It does have a little bit of a crease there, but it was fine, and it still looks great to me, and I just love this cover. Hobgoblin on his glider, ripping apart Spidey, just, I couldn't believe when this fell in, it didn't fall into, obviously I had to definitely go after this one because it's just such a hot book. Tattoos included, direct edition, everything I love, yes. And now, drum roll please, the number 1 key book that Gino picked up during 2020 lockdown. First appearance, King Slide's annual. A whole lot going on in this cover, which I like. Some people might not, but I love this cover because it just has so many characters on it. But I also still have the little sticker from the dealer there. That was just like their, I don't know, inventory sticker or whatever. But 75 cents goodness. The first appearance of Rogue. Avengers annual number 10. Y'all don't even understand. Words don't even do justice. This stupid fanboy grin on my face doesn't even do justice to how I felt when I secured this one. It felt so surreal when it said you won. I got that winning bid in. I sniped the hell out of a lot of these auctions, and this one was incredible. See Captain America totally defeated. Witness the invincible Iron Man knocked out of action. Observe Spider-Woman's daring midnight rescue. You got the Brotherhood action there, yes. Behold the deadly new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, plus a shocking mystery guest. All that and a cameo appearance by the Uncanny X-Men. Just look at all this, look at all these characters on this cover, star-studded cover. Oh my goodness, X-Men, Avengers, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Everything about this cover is just fantastic. Although I wonder what it would look like if the background was blue instead of red. I'd be curious. I don't know. Maybe we should Photoshop that just to see. But yes, this one was, I just couldn't believe it. It was so surreal to secure this one. when I scored this one, I was like, yes. It was so cool. I had so much fun. Like on eBay, I went so hard. I just scored so many dope books. Not even just keys, but just cool stories. And it's fantastic works by all these amazing creators, featuring dope teams, characters, and stories, and yeah, just all types of fun comic book goodness. So yes, there it is, top 10 plus a runner up there. Gino's top 10 books scored during 2020 lockdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What kind of fun did you have during lockdown? What kind of books did you score? Did you just reading? Whatever you got, share it in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, that's that. So happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. This is GENOTHADRAGON. Thanks for watching and peace out.